Yes.
What's going on, everybody? The Ben and Jay Show. The Temptations. I think we need that right now.
Yes.
I think we definitely do need this right now. Which is just a couple more seconds. We're going to let this play. All right. We're going to put this down right there. It's funny, though. I remember back when I was younger and the extra baritone singer in here, I forget his name. I always wanted to like get my voice deep like his because I thought he was like the coolest one out of the Temptations. You know, you just go ahead and start kicking it. But anyway, enough about me and my glory stories. This is the Ben and Jay Show. I don't know if you know, but it's probably the coolest show that you could possibly be a part of. I am Jamil Owens, the J, and right there is my man Ben, the host and the creator of the Ben and Jay Show. And we would like to welcome you to the show. We're going on episode 33, 34. I lost count.
It's 33.
It's 33. Thank you, Ben.
Yes.
See, Ben got the knowledge right there. And we've been doing this since the beginning of COVID. So we'd like to say thank you to all our supporters. Amazing. But as we say, let's pay these bills. So this webinar is made possible by Access Services. Access Services is a nonprofit serving 11 counties in Eastern Pennsylvania with the mission to create better ways to serve people with special needs. They've been doing it for over 44 years, and they are only expanding their services as they've been to fit the needs in those in Eastern Pennsylvania. So, you know, Christmas is about to come around. We have a very, very special show that's coming.
It's actually a surprise. We'll keep it a secret.
Okay, I'm sorry. Act like you didn't hear none of that. You didn't hear nothing. It's just Christmas time. Everybody should be in a very happy mood. And our guest here is going to help with that. So real quick, Ben, introduce yourself just to those individuals who don't know who you are.
So my name is Ben. I'm on the autism spectrum. I'm 22 years old. I carried the Super Bowl trophy for the Eagles. I didn't talk when I was 2. And I went through speech therapy. I was on the Ellen Show, and I love who I am today because we want to be kind to each other. And I just think it's really cool that I was walking home one day past April, and I'm so thankful for 2020, but how crazy this year has been. And I said to myself, I want to start a show, and I couldn't think of a better person than Jamel Owens because, one, this time of year, it's about the holidays, and the holidays mean that we should all be kind to each other. 2, it's a great way of giving back to our community. And 3, Christmas is about the birth of Jesus. And, you know, it's just amazing how God can use us in many different ways.
There you go. Well, I can't follow that story, so I'm going to make it real short. My name is Jamil Owens. I am the second part of this conglomerate right here. I am the host and the creator of my show, which is the Awesome Show. And the reason behind my show is basically to help out fathers process their feelings when it comes down to the diagnosis of autism. I myself was that guy, that father that couldn't process my son, Shane, having autism. Little did I know that it was the greatest blessing in my life. And I wanted to share this with other fathers that I know that are out there, but are just too scared to actually show this type of feeling. So I made the platform of the Awesome Show, where Ben and his dad, Glenn, was my first guest on my show. So it's ironic that we stay connected. I consider Ben my brother from another, and we stay connected all these years. And when he got on the bat phone and said, hey, I need you for the Ben and Jay Show, I was right there. So this is how we came about. And you know what? I'm just happy to be here with Ben. It's been a blessing. It has taught me so many different things about myself for 2020. And I hope you got.
And we are so I didn't interrupt you, Jamal. We are so thankful for our guests that we had for this year. And I'm excited for 2021 for new guests. We're excited for some great adventures. Can I ask you a question, Jamel? Who's your favorite guest so far for 2020?
Oh man, you trying to get me hurt, man. I can't sit there and name one person. I can't name one person. I like everybody. Like everybody that we've had on the show has been eclectic. They have been different, just like the spectrum, just like the people that we speak about, we represent. Everybody has their own superpower. So I'm very fond and very supportive of every single guest that we have had on the show, and looking forward to other individuals that we have on the show too. So nice try, Ben. You're not going to get me hung up on that one, but I like that one. Well, listen, we only got an hour because this woman is so busy, but you'll find out exactly the reason why she's busy, okay? As awesome parents such as myself, we are doing our due diligence every day to seek out new ways to help our superheroes living amongst society. And that's our awesome children. One of these ways to us in recent years, and its success has soared. Now, before you go into any pre-position about your thinking, I was that parent too who said, yo, I'm not doing it, CBD, this, that. I'm definitely not feeling it. Excuse me while I take my CBD oil. Oh yeah, also too, potential health, which is stress reliever.
Yes.
And this is orange splash right here. This is amazing.
The orange splash.
It's amazing. CBD is amazing. My guest today, Dr. Annette Nunez, she is going to go over why her product, Potential Health CBD, is amazing, why it will help with your awesome child, and not only your awesome child, but you as an awesome parent and your awesome family. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest today here is Dr. Annette Nunez. She is the founder and director of Potential Health, and it's a licensed psychotherapist with over 26 years of professional experience. 26 years of professional experience, helping children and families live their best lives while overcoming and treating the challenges associated with autism and behavioral disorders.
Yeah.
After this segment, do your diligence by making sure you go to potentialhealthhemp.com, okay?
Yep.
Get yourself some of these products and use the code that she was gracious enough to give to the Awesome Show, which is Awesome Show 10, AUSOMESHOW10, and get $10 off your CBD product purchase. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'm enjoying this orange splash a lot. I feel relaxed. I feel calm. Dr. Annette Nunez. Thank you, doctor. Thank you for joining us.
Yay.
Golf
Thank you
clap,
for having
golf
me.
clap.
Thank you for having me so much. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, like we said, we only got an hour, so we want to make sure
Go
we
a
give
little
enough time.
over.
Okay, a little over.
Yeah.
Now she's being the holiday spirit. That's what I'm talking about.
Holidays. You guys got me that holiday feeling. You guys played the song.
Exactly.
It was fabulous.
And also, too, before we get started, shout out. I don't know whoever did your tree in the background, but the tree is popping right now. I like that tree. It's definitely giving off that flavor. We appreciate
I decided to do all my interviews behind or in front of the tree because everybody needs to feel that holiday spirit, you know?
There you go. Why not? There you go. Don't let COVID take away your holiday spirit.
Exactly. Don't let COVID take away that spirit or your smile or your joy. You need to have those lights. And I even made them twinkle in the back too.
I see you. I see you shining over there. Okay. I like that. So the first question we have for you, Dr. Nunez, what exactly are we talking about when it comes to CBD oil? Is this a drug? Are we allowing our children to depend on this to be successful in life? How can you unpack that for the audience?
Well, you know, there's a lot of, part of the reason why I did start the company was to do a lot of education around CBD and CBD versus marijuana. Because oftentimes when parents hear the term CBD, they think, oh, my kid is going to get high. And so it's really important to understand the difference that, yes, CBD is a form of hemp, and hemp and marijuana do come from the same plant. However, with that, the process to get CBD oil, there's a process that you have to go that you have to extract the THC. So anything with 0.03, anything that has less than 0.03 THC is CBD or hemp oil that you can take. And it doesn't give you that high effect. And also anything above 0.3% that has that THC is going to give you that high. It's going to interact with your system just differently, and it's going to give you that high feeling. So there is a difference between CBD and marijuana. because marijuana has THC. So you have to really be mindful of that. And there are CBD oils out there that contain THC. And so, you know, a lot of the education is around, I've been in the field for 26 years. So I've seen so many of my children be medicated on antidepressants, anti-anxiety, just all kinds of, and sometimes when the psychiatrist, and there's nothing wrong with it, you know, they do trial and error. Sometimes our kids become more aggressive. Sometimes they become flat affect. Sometimes they're super sleepy. So I'm really into natural and holistic healing. And I wanted to find something that was not from a pharmaceutical, you know, something more natural, like taking tea, you know, like drinking tea or taking a multivitamin. That's what I really wanted to find. And I did tons and tons and tons of research. Now I'm from Colorado. So Colorado was the first to legalize marijuana. So we had some experience with it. And so I really wanted to find something that was natural that could help calm anxiety, stress, when a child feels anxious, to help overall. And the way our systems are made up is we have an endocannabidiol system that when the CBD oil interacts with it, it just helps calm the nerves. It gets to those receptors. And I don't want to get like really complicated with it because it's a very complex idea. The bottom line is that when the CBD oil intermixes with your endocannabidiol system, it really does hit those receptors, and it helps with calming. It helps with anxiety. It helps with sleep. And overall, it's a much more natural way to help regulate social, emotional regulation with our kids. And also it's beneficial for the parents as well.
Yes, yes.
Because what I say in therapy, that if parents are anxious and parents are nervous and parents are stressed out, our kids are going to feel that. They have the nonverbal skills to pick up on the underlying nonverbal feelings of anxiety and stress. So what happens? You're stressed, your kid starts acting out, you become more stressed, your kid acts out even more, and it's this vicious cycle. So I wanted to find something that not only kids could take, but then also parents could take to help calm and soothe them so they can be in a better space. Because when you're in a better space, your kid's in a better space. And that's true. Your kid feeds off you. And so that's the main reason why I decided to start this company, was to find a natural alternative way to help with both parents and children self-regulating. So
amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, once again, I was that parent, that dad that had my preposition about what CBD oil was. I was like, no way, not in my household, not with my son, not with my loved ones. And then, after, getting in contact with you and really hearing about what exactly the oil was, what you do as far as your company, and then getting this and trying it out for myself and my whole family, I'm like, I was blown away. I was like, all this time I've been missing out on something that could have just helped me just a little bit, just a little bit of help, and is once again, you touched on a very big point, the parents, once again, we hear, me, Ben, myself on the Awesome Show, we hear a lot about parents just saying, this is too much, I can't take this anymore. And we give them a little words of encouragement, but then that's it. It goes as quick as us logging off and they're by themselves. Something like this can actually help. It's a holistic approach. It can actually help with them. It relieves stress, the pressures of life that is coming at them every single day. And it would just give overall health benefits for the entire family. So I am behind this product.
Well, the interesting thing about it too, it doesn't give you a high. It doesn't make you feel high. It's like drinking tea. It's like drinking herbal tea. It's like taking a multivitamin. That's exactly what it is. And it's even more beneficial than taking some anti-anxiety medicine or pills that you can take for depression. It's more natural. And all the studies are starting to show that there's no side effects and you don't become dependent on it. I mean, any study that you look up, if you look up CBD and autism or CBD and stress or CBD anxiety, you can't overdose on it. I mean, because it is a natural product. And two is there's really no side effects on it. there's all the research study that has been shown that's currently out there shows there is no, I mean, and you even hear people with autism who have taken it and say it calms them, it works. And
Yes.
so I think, you know, that's a real telling sign and a telling tale. And but I mean, I understand too, everybody that I've talked to when I first said I wanted to start a company, a CBD company, that
they gave you that look, huh?
Yeah, like but I'm, you know, here smoking blunts, you know, in the evening and like, you know, and so, you know, and then
Oh man,
finding banks too. I mean, you would have thought that I was doing the most craziest drug when, you know, oh, we don't house somebody that does CBD. So that's when I realized it really has to do nothing about the product, but just a lot of education around it. And like I said, I'm really big into holistic health. I practice it myself. I take a lot of different supplements that are holistic, and so that's a part of my practice. And if we can give something to a child or even a parent that doesn't drug them up or make them drowsy, or I mean, I've had clients when psychiatrists are playing with their medication and they want to jump out the window. I mean, because they're giving them the wrong cocktail of meds. And so if we could just find something that kind of just is natural, that can help calm or help with sleep, then I would rather go that route. You know, and right now we truly don't know the side effects of a lot of the meds that are out there. It affects liver. I mean, there's so much. Sometimes affects the brain function even. Absolutely. And so that's what we really need to be mindful of. With that being said, and also it's not only for your child, it's for you too.
Exactly.
You know, and I know, I mean, parents, I mean, I work with parents that come to me stressed and at their wits' end. They don't know what to do at this point. And so if you can take a little something to take the edge off, and like I said, it's like drinking tea, then take it, because that's going to help your child. Your child is going to interact with you in a more calmer, positive way. Exactly. I guess you could say.
Exactly. Listen, like I said, guys, you see me, I took my drops. I'm good. I'm calm. I'm collective, you know, and I'm not just saying this stuff actually works. This is coming from, you know, if we want to talk about a control, the control was me never taking CBD oil or anything similar to it. And I've been using this. My family's been using this for what now? Almost 3 weeks, almost close to a month. And we noticed the significance of it immediately. I mean, better sleep at night, a calm, relaxed state when we get home. Once again, it's just like drinking tea, getting that wind down time. So this is something that definitely for, you know, other awesome parents, definitely look into this. And also for our awesome children, the entire family. This is something definitely a good approach, something you should definitely take advantage of. So,
and the great thing too about the tinctures is you can put it in your child's milk, you can put it in your child's smoothie, anything that your child is drinking, you can put it in. And that's what's so great about it. The other thing is too, you know, with a lot of CBD companies too, you have to watch, our products are really, really organic. They're real pure. Yes. We make sure that the process in which we're, the THC is extracted from the plant is pure, everything. I mean, so if you really look at it's very high quality. I mean, you're looking at a purely organic, pure product that you're taking. And so that's also really important, that many CBD companies, they'll say it's pure, but then you get like this, like you can see in the oils, like the oils are real, not clear, you know, and you can see the residue, if you will, in the oil. So that's really important too, about our product, is that it is organic. And you know, I'm all about being as natural as possible. I mean, as in terms of like the food that I eat, the vitamins that I take and all that. So that was really important to us when we were developing this.
Amazing. And that kind of goes into the next question.
Yeah.
So we're talking about the product, but what about you, doctor? Who are you? You tell the audience a little bit about yourself.
Well, I actually graduated from UCLA, and I started doing behavioral therapy back with Dr. Ivar Lovaas, who was like the founder of Discrete Trial Training. Okay. And he was like the founder of ABA. So I took a couple courses from him, loved it, ended up working at his clinic for a while. This was when I was 19 years old. So I had been, and this is before autism was even known.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
this was when people would say, oh, you work with artistic kids. I'm like, no, autistic. And they're like, oh, artistic. No. You know,
Oh,
and
God.
you know, the only thing that we had to reference was Rain Man at the time.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, so all your kids are good with numbers, right? I'm like, well, not necessarily. So it's been rewarding watching this field evolve, because it went from 1 in like 2,000 kids that were diagnosed to, you know, 1 in 44, 43 now. I even lost track. And you know, just to see the different companies and different therapies and everything. So I've been working in the field since I've been 19 years old.
Wow.
I've probably worked with over, 5,000 kids.
Wow.
I did my research on social competence when I got my doctorate.
Okay.
And so I developed a social competence scale. So my expertise is really more into socializing kids with autism.
Wow.
I love the social aspect. I love play. I love all that. I have a clinic here in Denver, Colorado, where we see kids in home. We do in-home behavioral therapy / we kind of look at ourselves as life coaches, because once our clients start seeing us at the age of 2, they stay with us. We have 3-4 different clients in college now that are doing great. We have wonderful clientele, wonderful clients. And so that's kind of me in a nutshell. I mean, I've devoted my life to this. I'm very passionate about it. And yeah, that's kind of me in a nutshell. I do stuff for the Autism Parenting magazine. I do writing for them.
I do too. Okay.
Yeah,
I've had 3 articles published.
okay,
Yeah.
great. That's awesome. Yeah. So I'm doing a training course for them.
Nice.
That's going to be coming out. We did a trial run with a group of 50 people, I think, and now we're going to launch this like training program for them.
Nice.
So that I've been working on. I mean, that's why I'm like, oh, it's Friday. It's been a long couple weeks. We've had deadlines and everything. So, so yeah, I've been doing that, and then, yeah, just living my best life here in Colorado, and you know, it's been good times here.
I was gonna say real quick, I love doing research studies, and I didn't mean to piggyback off what you said about the clinical stuff, but if you ever need somebody to do a research study, let me know.
Yes,
Ben stepping up to the plate. That's what I'm talking about. See,
I've done a lot of research studies with the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia.
Yep.
What was that one study I've done? It was like the one with the nose, and we play games on the computer.
Oh,
like
really?
Faces, yeah.
I never heard about that, but this sounds
Did you like? Were they like tracking your facial expressions or something like that? Do you know?
I forget, but it was something like, it was like a scented smell, but it was like, but I've done a lot of studies. I've done an MRI study. I've done a sleep study. I've done a lot of studies.
Nice.
Yeah, no, you know, it's really interesting when it comes to studies. I mean, I love research, so I'll definitely hit you up when I'm going to do a study on CBD. You know, out in San Diego, they just got funded for the biggest study to study CBD and autism. I think it was like a $3 million study that's being funded. That's going to start, I think, in 2021.
Wow.
And it's out in UC San Diego. They have an institute that researches CBD, just CBD. And so they just got funded for a research study for CBD and autism.
Nice. Can't wait to see that information and those statistics. That will definitely be good.
And there's a lot of studies out there that show that there was this one recently done that I think there was like 18 participants, and 15 out of the 18 said that they felt calmer. Kids with autism said that they felt calmer. They were able to sleep better. Their anxiety was decreased, and things like that. So, I mean, there's tons of research out there. And you could go to the Potential Health website, the Potential Health Hemp website. We have those studies on there, so you can see just the different studies. So people don't believe, you can read about it and see what's out there.
We got to
And,
get you.
like,
Sorry.
and like with everything too, you want to start off small. You're not going to
Yep.
give your kid like a huge dosage of CBD. And we have actually a CBD calculator on that site. So you can put in your kids' weight. And yeah, we have the whole, we were very methodical when it
Yes.
came to it.
I
Yeah.
love it. For you men out there who are men, just like me, who hate to read instructions, to just be like, we just gonna wing it. Look at this. Very easy to use. This is the part of the welcoming package for your CBD purchase, and it just tells you everything you need to know. What's the dosage? What's the recommended dosage? Body weight, everything. It doesn't get any plainer, if that's a word. It doesn't get any clearer than that, I should just say. Just open it up, look at the chart, see what you need, and use it. It's that simple. I mean, the product is simply amazing. Like, the way you guys really thought about this, you couldn't made it even more simpler for somebody like me. I hate reading this.
Yeah, we wanted to make it very simple. We wanted to make it super easy, that people didn't have questions. They can just give it to their kid as soon as they get the product. They can just give it to their kids. Actually, the orange one that you have is our best seller. That's the one that the most people want. We just recently have, we're starting to sell inhalers with it.
Okay.
And we'll send you some. I'll send you some inhalers because it goes straight to the bloodstream, but it's also natural. It was a Navy SEAL that developed it. He was having chronic anxiety. And so the product is great. And there's one for calm and there's one for immunity. And that one's really important right now because there's people getting sick, and you just do one inhale and it goes straight to the bloodstream, which is great. Wow. And it's not a drug. You're not going to get addicted. There's no addiction.
It's not a drug, people. No. It's not a drug.
It's like drinking, the best way I can say it's like drinking herbal tea.
There you go.
What it is.
There
or
you
it's
go.
like taking a multivitamin. And it's even better than a multivitamin because it's actually natural for your system. It's a plant. So like you're putting a plant in your body, just like eating green leaves.
Exactly.
A green leaf tea.
Trust me. Trust Jay. If you got to trust somebody, trust Jay. I take it. I can't wait for the inhaler to come. I'm going to give you updates as far as that. Amazing.
I would love for you to give us. That's the one we're most excited about. Yeah.
Of course. It's
and
amazing.
then we are working with another. Like, I want to say like chemist, but we're working with another chemist. That's the easiest way to say it, to come up with gummies for kids. But we want to infuse the gummies with B12. So that's our biggest thing, is that we're really trying to come up with a product that tastes good, that kids will like, but that also has CBD and B12 together. Nice. That we can just give a gummy to a child that tastes good. That's the main thing. We wanted something that tastes good.
A great factor. It has to taste good. Definitely.
It has to taste good, or else the kids won't take it.
I was just gonna.
Sorry. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if CHOP is looking for like a research study type of thing, I should get you connected with them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, CHOP is definitely big. Ben, I don't know if you know, but they call Ben the mayor, and it's not for any reason. He is connected. I've never met anybody more connected than Ben.
Yeah.
So right there. So
Ben, I'm gonna have to reach out to you so that way you can get me connected with all your and your people.
Yeah, because I think it would be great, because CHOP is done, and I love saying CHOP a lot because CHOP is amazing.
CHOP is.
They are like they like to do a lot of research studies for the autism, and then I don't know if you know about the Philadelphia Eagles. They do a lot for the Eagles Autism Challenge.
They do. I didn't know that, but tell me more about it, Ben.
So they I didn't mean to go off the interview. So the Eagles.
This is great.
Was started by Jeffrey Lurie. His brother has autism, and they want to take awareness to action. And I've done a lot of, and they've done every year at the rink called Huddle Up for Autism, and we went there, and I've done a lot of stuff with them. And then they launched the Eagles Autism Challenge, and they raised about $3 million, almost 9 million, 3 million. I think it's 3 million.
I think it's 3 million.
Almost 3 million. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
For autism research. Yeah.
And Ben, our own Ben, is an ambassador with the Eagles Autism Challenge. So it makes it even that more personable, not only for him, but for us too. So, you know, me.
Is that the month of April, or when does the challenge happen?
It happens in, it actually happens on May 22nd, 2021. So I just found out about it. And if you're interested in joining my team for Eagles Autism, I can send you more.
Yeah, I would definitely send me more information. I would definitely be interested in it.
Ben, that's what I'm talking about.
I love how he's like really marketing.
Yo, he's
marketing himself.
Listen, you just don't know. Ben on the low is a marketing genius. Ben is. It really is. I can tell you stories. It's going to be long, but I can tell you stories. Ben is absolutely a remarkable person. I have never met someone more consistent with his goals and his mission and his ideas. Hence the show, the Ben and Jay Show. This is all him. This is really all him.
Awesome.
I'm just here.
Can I ask you another question? I need to get off topic, but do you know like any famous people?
Do I know any famous people?
Yeah.
Like how famous?
Like singers, TV hosts?
I don't know any singers.
Not yet.
I don't know. Not yet. I do know some actors that went to my high school, but I don't know if you may know them. I don't know, like if they're not like, I guess maybe they're A-list or B. Well, maybe I shouldn't say, because if I say their name, then they're going to get offended that I said that they were B-list.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do
it. But I don't know like really big famous people, but I know some people.
Okay.
That are in that are in movies and shows and on Broadway. So I know some people, but not like big famous people. Do you know famous people?
I know Ellen, but my goal was to actually get on like Jimmy Fallon, like the Good Morning America Today show, to talk more about autism. And message about like more research that people need to do out there. And my goal is also to get celebrities to know that autism is really not a bad thing, and to really get people to more talk about it. So
there you go.
There's a lot of potential ideas that we can do with your work. I'm just brainstorming because there's a lot of connections that I have.
I love it. Well, we need to get you on the Today Show. That's what we need to do.
I know.
And we need to get you on Good Morning America.
There you go. That's the biggest. That's the move. That's the move. We going into 2021. We not.
Yeah, you need to set. You know what I love about you, Ben? And this is why I love everything. And I'm telling this to parents as well, is that there's no limits. My whole thing has been autism has no limits. And over the years, I've learned so much from my clients and the authenticity and the realness and what my kids say they're going to do, they end up doing. And that's what I love.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like there's no hinder or filter. It's pure realness.
It's
and
just
that's
real.
what I love about you, Ben, is that you set your mind and you're going to do it.
There you go. She's speaking the truth. She is speaking the truth about you, Ben. Yo, Ben, you got question 3, 4, and 5, so you can go ahead with 3 first.
I got you.
Good questions off.
Why did you feel the need to start potential health CBD? Sorry.
No, it's okay. I felt the need to start it because I got tired of seeing my clients taking medications that didn't make them themselves, that kind of made them either behavior out more, have more emotional tantrums, or have no affect at all. So I started it as an alternative for taking different medications to help with their stress and anxiety. And also I started it because of parents. Main thing too is something that parents can take as well.
Definitely.
That's really cool. Wow.
That's cool stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ben.
I think I might need to use some of that.
Oh
I
yeah.
think I need to send you
Oh
some.
yeah. Ben need to get hooked up. We need to
Ben,
get
I need
Ben
to
on.
send you some. After
There you
this,
go.
we're going to get your address and stuff because we need to send you some.
There we
Yeah, 'cause
go.
I feel like sometimes I get like maybe it'll help me calm down. I don't know.
Yes, I think it would, Ben. I think it would.
Now, as long as it doesn't take your smoothness away, Ben, because you are up
No.
there. You are too smooth. I
Yeah.
need you to stay smooth. Calm you down, okay. But as long as it's smooth, Ben,
Yeah.
I need that.
Yeah.
Keep smooth, Ben. Keep smooth, Ben. Go ahead, Ben. You got question number 4,
Can
Ben.
you tell me? Can you give the audience any brief numbers on the use of CBD on the autism children, on the awesome children?
Yes, I can. So there's a couple studies out there that show every study that's out there that we've listed on the website shows that CBD has helped children in 60, 70, 80, 90% with their anxiety, with their to reduce their anxiety, reduce their stress, and increase their sleeping, and also helps with their emotional and behavioral regulation.
Wow.
So there are so many studies out there right now, and there's still going to be more that are coming out that show that CBD helps with kids with autism. And then not to mention CBD helps with adults too.
Yep.
Wow.
So the parents. So the parents to reduce anxiety, reduce stress, and to help adults sleep better too. So it not only works for kids, but it also works for their parents as well. And there's lots of research out there that shows that.
Wow.
Yes, definitely amazing. I'm look. You shut me up real quick. I went last night and I seen the research and I was like, they have links too, and clicked on the link and it took me and I'm like, oh my god, like this is so easy. It's effortless, and then reading about it is just amazing. And once again, I'm speaking from a parent perspective, and this has helped me. It's helped me tremendously, not only in the home with my son, and it helped him, and then my other sons and my wife, but also at work, outside, driving to work, the most frustrating time, being in traffic.
Yeah.
Exactly. It calms you down. This is amazing product, amazing product.
I do have to say that too, and I'm glad that you brought that up because there was so much questions about CBD and research and everything that we literally, and we scour, we actually have an app on our phone that pings when new research comes out.
Oh, wow.
With the keywords CBD parents, CBD autism, CBD adults, CBD anxiety. So anything that we get, we start posting, it's the latest research of what has been done, what has been out there. Wow. So we really have tried to make things very easy for people because the main questions were, what's the doses that I give my kid? Is my kid going to get high? Is my kid going to get addicted? So we did a whole dosage chart. What's the latest research out there? So we looked and we literally scoured everything. Wow. To find the latest research on CBD and autism, CBD and anxiety in adults, CBD. And so literally we scoured everything so we could put that, so it's all in one place. We wanted to create something, an educational resource for parents, just so they can be more educated about it. And that was the whole idea behind designing this product. Back to your question, Ben, also too, is I wanted to just educate people about CBD and the benefits of CBD, and that it's not a drug. It's not like a street drug that you're gonna get off the streets and
that's
illegal kind of street drug. It's not.
That's the biggest point. That definitely is the biggest point. Good stuff. Ben, you got question number 5.
Yep. Can you tell me a little bit about your product at Professional Health?
At Potential Health?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have 3 different products now. We have capsules that you can take. We have tinctures, which is the orange flavor and the natural flavor. And then we just added the inhalers, which one is to boost immunity and one is to promote calmness. Nice. So that's the product that we have right now. Our products are all natural, all organic. They don't carry any THC in them at all. And we use premium quality stuff. So it really goes into your system directly. Even with our capsules, what the capsule is made out of, it really is made to dissolve quickly so it can enter your system in very quickly. So
Right.
everything is 100%, and it's certified organic.
Right.
And so those are the things that we have. Are the tinctures. The number one seller is probably the orange tincture, because people can just take it directly like you did. So many people just take it directly. They love the flavor. The feedback that we've been getting is that oftentimes CBD oils will have like a little bitter bite to them, or a little
Yeah.
bitter taste.
Yeah.
And ours isn't bitter. It just kind of goes down smooth. And
It does.
so that's why you can really put it in drinks, like your child's drink, like even your child's favorite juice, whatever your child is drinking, you could just throw it in there, have them drink it.
Exactly. Or
And
a
it doesn't,
smoothie. Yep.
yeah, or a smoothie, and it doesn't give them that bite. And so
Mhm.
that's why it's the reason why we haven't come up with gummies yet is because every gummy that we've tried and tasted has a bite to it. So
Okay.
we really wanted to develop something that's kid friendly, that
Okay.
has enough CBD that can benefit them, where they're not taking 10 gummies, but also that doesn't have that bite. And
Okay.
so that's what we're working towards with the gummy aspect of it.
Nice.
But as far as our products, we have capsules, tinctures, and inhalers.
Nice. Nice. Amazing products. Once again, amazing
Yes.
products. So let me ask you, doctor, in your experience, what has been the biggest setback when it comes to understanding autism?
The biggest setback over my years, and I get frustrated because I'm a really big advocate for children with autism and their parents, is the limitations that people place on autism.
Mm.
And I've had even professionals say to me, come on, Annette, let's be real. You know, so-and-so isn't going to ever read, or you
Wow.
know, so-and-so isn't going to ever talk.
Wow.
And so, Ben, I relate to your story because I work with a lot of nonverbal kids in the beginning. And, you know, when I meet parents, the first thing I ask them is, what do you want for your son or daughter?
Yeah.
And they'll say, well, I want my son or daughter to live independently. I want them to go to college. I'm like, okay, we're going to make that happen. And this is how we're going to do it. And literally, whatever parents want for their child, I will design a program specifically for them to get them to where their kids need to be. And so my whole philosophy has been autism has no limits. We get kids that are nonverbal to talk. We get our talking kids to socialize. We get our kids that are in middle school to go to college, live independently, have jobs. I mean, that's our main goal. So we literally almost become life coaches to people. But the biggest setback is the preconceived notions of what autism is. And I think people really need to become educated still about autism.
Yes.
That if somebody is telling you your child is going to be institutionalized, if somebody is telling you your child is never going to talk, if somebody is telling you that your kid is never going to live independently or have the skills to do A, B, or C, never let anybody tell you what your kid can't do. Always focus on the cans. And so whenever I have parents come to me saying, oh, well, I worked with this professional and they said this, I'm like, why are you believing them? Like, I kind of have if you will, like an FU mentality, because I grew up in the hood and I had so many people like tell me, you're not going to do this, you're not going to do this. And that was my fire to be like, okay, you think I'm not going to do this? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it 10 times better than what you even thought. So that's kind of the philosophy I take with my kids. Challenge us. Say that my client isn't going to talk, and I'm going to show you in a year, he's going to be talking in full sentences. Like, that's the kind of mentality I have. So I think, it's really important to have that mentality of my kid's going to do it. I don't care what you say. You can be a naysayer. You can say you can or whatever, but I'm going to show you that my kid can. And I mean, our clients are living proof of things that people have doubted them for, and they overcome it. And so that's my main, I almost feel like it's a discrimination in the sense of how people view autism, and it's discrimination oftentimes and it's also unethical for somebody to say that your child can't do something.
Exactly.
That's unethical. How do we know? Autism is relatively new. In my lifetime, I went from people thinking it was autistic kids to now people understanding it, but then having these preconceived notions of what it is.
There you go.
So
I was just gonna say real quick, I didn't know how to read or write when I was a kid, and the school basically gave up on me. But then God brought me to a special school called the Talk Institute, and it's called the association method. I don't know if you heard of it.
No, I haven't, but I'll definitely look it up.
It really saved me learning how to read, and if I didn't know how to read, I would never know how to drive. So I'm
There
just
you
so
go.
thankful.
Ben does it. Ben does
And
it.
that's the thing, Ben, that's what I really work towards, is giving my kids all of that. Like, nobody should ever give up on anybody.
Yeah.
That's like my thing.
Yeah.
And so that through my journey of being a therapist, that's what I advocate. So I really do advocate a lot, and so I do a lot of advocacy work to educate people not only on CBD, but also autism and what kids can do.
There you go. I like that. I like that. I definitely do. First of all, I definitely appreciate your realness and saying, listen, I wasn't a doctor all my life. I come from the urban areas myself. I come from the hood myself. I definitely peeped that from what you tell. You might be from North Philly. You might be from Philadelphia. You might be from North Philly.
I'm from Fresno, California, which is
okay. So
and I love my people from Fresno. I'm so happy I grew up in Fresno. But
so you know what it's about. Okay, Fresno in the house. Okay, so we definitely know what your makeup is, but it's important for people to understand from where you grew up from, that well-rounded you. You went to college, made a better life for yourself and also those individuals around you. And then now you're servicing those individuals around you and abroad. So once again, you're taking those lemons and you're making lemonade out of life, but you're also giving back to so many people, and you're being passionate about other people. And that's something which unfortunately we're lacking. Everybody is about self these days, and it's killing humility, it's killing humanity, it's killing everything about what it is to be a person. And isn't it funny that individuals like Ben, like my son, like people all across the world that are on the spectrum teaches us, because it is pure to them to be loving, to be understanding, to be knowledgeable. These are qualities that we are losing as humans. And these individuals which we write off and we push to the side are the individuals that embody it. So, for you to step up and actually find a passion in that and put your years of training and schooling in that is definitely, hats off to you for that, because that people won't do it. People really won't do it. So I appreciate what you definitely said. We're going to bounce around because I'm looking at the clock. Even though you said you got a little bit, we still want to get some questions in. Okay. So Ben, I'm going to go ahead and skip to question 8, and then you're going to do 9, okay?
And then we'll open up the floor for questions.
There you go.
Perfect.
There you go. So my question, doctor, what would you say to a mother and father out there that has been emotionally beat up by autism?
I would say, first, find some self-care for yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
That would be my first thing, because if you are not taking care of yourself, and if you're not in a good place, both mentally, physically, and spiritually, you're not going to be able to help your kid.
There you go.
Because it is a job. It's a 24/7 job. It's a thankless job because you're advocating, and there's many jobs. So you're not only a parent, you're your parent, you're your child's voice. You're your child's advocate. You're your child's lawyer sometimes. You're your child's cook and chef because they're on special diets. I mean, these parents take so much. So it is tiring. I would do that. And then also find yourself some type of support system, whether it's within the family, friends, where you feel comfortable leaving your child with once a week, so you can have a once a week hour to yourself. Those are the things that I would say. Now, second thing I would say, if you're beat up, whatever it is to get your fight back, that's what you do, because you never allow somebody to tell you that your child can't do something. You advocate and fight for your child as much as you can. And if anybody told you that, then you need to show them. This is your life lesson. Whatever's being presented in front of you, this is what you need to do. And you need to learn to advocate not only for yourself, but also for your kid. And it teaches resiliency. If there's anything that 2020 has taught us this year, it's being resilient. And I think we need to see, because everybody's so into themselves, we really need to start understanding what resiliency is and how to be resilient and how to just voice and advocate.
Yes.
So that's my that's what I would say to parents all the time. And I always say this. I'm always like, you got this. Let's go. Come on, you got this.
I'm looking for an organ right now so I can play those notes right in the back. But we don't have one around here. I got you next time, doctor. I'm gonna hit that organ note, like,
that's what we should do.
Hey, get the choir.
go.
With the choir in the background, have been, getting the choir together, when you get on here and start preaching, that's it. See, Ben already, see, they got it down.
Let me tell you.
See, they got it down. All right, just wait.
Exactly.
We're gonna make that happen. We're gonna make that happen. Ben, you got the last question before we open it up.
Can you tell the audience how they can get in touch with you, follow you, and purchase your products?
Yes. So for the CBD, it's Potential Health Hemp, so HEMP.com. We're on Facebook, and it's just Potential Health. And we have an Instagram, which is Potential Health Hemp, that you can find us on Instagram. So we have the Facebook, the Instagram, and then our website. And then if you want to look for me personally, you can just find me on Instagram at Not Your Standard Doctor. And if you want to look for my clinic that I run, it's Breakthrough Interventions, and that's www.btinterventions.com. So you can get a taste of all the facets of things that I do in life.
There you go. And don't forget, everybody, use the code AwesomeShow10. Get your $10 off your CBD purchase. That's good money right there. I'll take $10 off of anything right now. But listen, this is the time, Doctor, that we're going to open up the floor for our audience to actually ask you questions. Anybody that's been, in our episodes know that we just ask that people respect other people when they're asking questions. You do one at a time. Introduce yourself to the guests and just fire away. So our assistant, Kaylee, is going to go ahead and unmute everybody. Once again, to the audience, you have to unmute yourself now if you want to talk, and the floor is open to the lovely doctor. You can ask away.
Hi, this is Sandy. I'm Ben's mom.
Hi.
Thank you so much for the information. I just had a couple questions about does it interact with any medications, and how long does it stay in your system? Like if you miss a day, do you need to maintain like a blood level, and how long is it in and out?
No, if you miss a day, it'll be fine. Right now, the research shows that it really doesn't have any negative side effects or interactions. If kids are currently taking meds, there's no negative side effects or interactions that the studies have shown thus far. And if you miss a day, it's not going to be detrimental. So you can go, and that's the reason why it's not addictive, because you can take it one day and then miss 2 or 3 days and then take it again. Now the benefits probably won't be there, because it's just like starting a diet, right? That you eat healthy one day, and then if you cheat a couple days, you're not going to see the weight loss or the muscle gain or whatever you want. So it is recommended that you do take it daily, but it's not going to have side effects at all, that it's not going to affect you if you miss 1, 2, 3 days. It's just like taking a vitamin, like a multivitamin. Like if you take a multivitamin, if you skip a couple days, it's not going to affect you.
Great question. Great question. Thank you, Sandy. Sandy, it's been a while since I've seen you. We miss you over here. Sandy actually used to work with my wife, and my wife, which was my girlfriend at that point, suggested that Ben and his dad Glenn be on my show. So this is how all this came about.
Circle.
Yeah, it's full circle.
I love full circle stories.
Definitely.
Always
Sandy
have
is an amazing person, amazing mother.
My mother is amazing.
Yeah, she was amazing. So is Glenn. Don't forget the fathers too.
I'm sorry, Dad.
Out there. But definitely good question, Sandy. Thank you. And let's just open the floor up to the next person.
Now that you mentioned my name,
Glenn, what's going on, man?
Hi, Glenn.
Yeah. Hey, hi. I got a question related to, is there times when the CBD oil doesn't work, and how would you know that it doesn't work?
Well, you would know, what we do is we do this. This is the timeline that I give. I give anybody taking it is try it for 2 weeks to 3 weeks. If you don't see any benefits by 3 weeks, then you're going to up the dose. So when I recommend to taking CBD, to take it in small dosage. That's what I do. And start off with small dosage for a week, then bump it up. So you would look at our dosing chart, and I recommend that you take half of that if you're starting. If you're a little, you're trying trial and error, I would say whatever the dosage is, take half of that and then start working your way up to the full dosage. But I would start a week at a time. Now, when you get to the full dosage, if you're not seeing any benefits, within 3 to 4 weeks, then the great thing about CBD is you can take it in the morning, you can take it in the evening, you can up the dose. There's no addiction. So you're not going to get addicted to it. There's no side effects. So really, I mean, if you would have like major side effects, you would have to drink like 5 to 6 tinctures at a time. I mean, that's in like one dose.
Oh, yeah.
So that, I mean, realistically, what the amounts that we give, it's never going to be addiction. But, some parents claim that it doesn't work for some of their kids, and they just don't do it long enough, or they're not consistent with the dosage, or they're not consistent with the time. So just like any meds, you would have to either take it in the morning or the evening. Now, what we see is that for children that have trouble sleeping, we recommend that they take it in the evening to help them calm and sleep. Now, for kids that are anxious or stressed out or have emotional regulation, we recommend taking it in the morning. And then for the kids that you can see it works like in the beginning, but then it kind of wears off, we then recommend to take a second dose somewhere midday. Or again in the evening. So it's really kind of just like trial and error, just like with any medication. When psychiatrists first prescribe medication, it's all like trial and error. And that's the way it is too. But for many parents, because the research, there's research out there, but it's still an unknown type of something to take, that we recommend that if you don't feel comfortable, look at what the full dosage is and then take half of that and then just slowly start. It's all about consistency, as with everything. The more consistent you are, the more you're going to start seeing benefits. But some people see benefits. I mean, with our products, people have been seeing benefits as quick as a week. What people have been saying. Quick as a week, quick as like a week and a half. We get a lot of even adults with autism that have taken it. They said that they're calmer. They just feel more regulated. So it is working. But I don't want to say, oh, it's going to work a week, because that's not definite, but that's just to kind of give you an idea. A roundabout answer to your question.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, as a follow-up too, and this is really follow-up to Sandy's question, is I would assume that the parent should really talk to their physician.
Yes.
And make sure, we don't think it has any kind of effect on some of the other drugs, but and really the second part of that question that I wanted to ask was, what's the regulations behind this? Like, we're looking at the vaccine now coming, and FDA does all these testings and making sure that it works. Is there regulation behind any of this and those kind of things?
Well, unfortunately, that's the thing that we're coming across, is the FDA there's no regulations around this. So that's what I was saying with the CBD. You can get pure forms and you can get unpure forms. And that an unpure form of CBD is because it has a dark color, and it starts, it looks like oil, like real like a colored oil. So unfortunately, because the FDA isn't in there regulating it, it makes it harder for use and to get the quality of CBD that really has lasting effects. Now, I do agree with you always consult a physician. If your child is on any type of medication, consult your physician. Some physicians will approve it, some physicians will not. And so, because living in Colorado, we have a couple of physicians, psychiatrists that actually specialize in CBD and how they prescribe it. Now, they prescribe it with THC. So they'll prescribe just pure forms of CBD, CBD with THC, along with the meds. So they are actually specialized in that field, where they prescribe medication along with the CBD. And then there is another psychiatrist that I know up north that does the same thing. So when parents do seek these specialists out, they actually seek out these psychiatrists because they do have expertise in CBD and being able to prescribe it. But as of now, the FDA doesn't put any regulations. The only thing is that when it does have that THC, that's not legal in some
Yeah.
states.
Yeah. Great questions. Great questions, Glenn. I mean, that once again, that's just something that I even had questions about, and I did the research about it. Once again, I seen results as quick as 2 weeks, me personally. Just as far as like sleep, just being relaxed, stress-free. I would start out with taking just I believe it's a milliliter, is it? Yeah, ml dose. I would take one full in the morning, let's say 8 a.m. underneath of my tongue on both sides, and then 8 a.m. in the evening, I would take another one, and I'm seeing results. It's I'm just being real. I'm seeing results. So once again, we do suggest that you do consult your physician, especially if you have your child or even also an adult on a regimen already. You don't want to just cover, cross your T's, dot your I's. You want to make sure with anything that you take or your child take that you want to do that.
Always consult a physician too.
Exactly. So that was an amazing question, Glenn. Thank you once again. Ben's dad, we go back to, he's an amazing guy.
I love it.
Sandy and Glenn is an amazing guy. Both of them. See, Ben like mom,
duo.
I got to speak up for the dads. I got to, got to get in there for the dads.
I know.
That's good.
Sorry,
it's all
Dad.
good. It's all good. It's all good, Ben. Next question. We got any more questions?
I do. This is Mary.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Mary.
How are you doing, Annette? I got a question. I have a question for you. Do you help other people besides people like around the world? Do you like help like everybody like through, I guess, online stuff besides like people just in Denver, Colorado?
Yeah, I do virtual stuff. So I actually have a clinic out in South Africa. That's a long story how that happened, but it's actually a parent that didn't get their visa renewed. So I actually trained her and helped her, and she opened up a clinic in South Africa, and they serve many kids. But I go all over the country, all over the world. I do virtual Skype sessions. I do trainings for people. So it's not just Denver based. Now because of COVID, I used to travel a lot. So I would go to different places in the US, like Florida and Ohio and New York, and just different places to do trainings and just supervision. But now everything is moved virtual. So I do see people virtually. I do therapy with people virtually. I do coaching with people virtually. So my practice isn't necessarily to Denver. It is open when I can travel again, which I don't know when. I do travel as well to places, supervision, and see kids in their home. I do in-home therapy. My biggest thing is to see children in their home environments, because children act differently in their home and school environments as opposed to in a clinic. So I'm very opposed to seeing kids in a clinic. I like to travel and see the kids in their home environment, because that's when I can get a best indication of what they're like and how I can treat and help them.
Nice. Well, nice job. I'll be sure to check things out on your website and Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, and definitely just give me a DM on Instagram. I respond. Facebook, you can write us. I respond. And then you can email us as well or give us a call. I'm not so big on returning calls. I do stuff because I work late at night. So I'm mostly, I can respond quicker if you send an email or on any type of social media platform. I usually respond pretty much quicker than returning a phone call.
Awesome.
That's reality.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for all that you do. You're awesome. And
yeah, thank you.
I've heard of the CBD stuff, and it seems to work wonders for many people.
Yeah, for many people. Yeah. And it's not for everybody. So I'm not trying to push anything on anybody, but just look into it. I mean, it's an alternative, a different way to help, if you will, to help take the edge off.
Definitely. Well, thank you again.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you. We appreciate it. Any more questions before we get to wrapping up this show, this amazing episode of the Ben and Jay Show? Any more questions?
Hi, guys.
Hey, what's up, Alyssa?
Nothing much. I was just waiting for my cue. So I was going to talk, but then Mary talked, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to let her finish. So
there you go.
All right. So my question, is what are I have like two questions.
Okay.
So my first question is, what are the flavors of CBD?
Okay, so the flavors we have is an orange flavor and a natural flavor. And those are so the natural flavor tastes like nothing. And the orange flavor is
Amazing.
so those are the only two flavors that we have. And the reason why we picked orange is because everybody we tested it and everybody seemed to love it the most. I personally like the natural one because I can mix it with stuff. but everybody loves the orange one. I know I'm boring when it comes to that.
Oh,
So
give me
those
the
are
orange.
the two tinctures that we have right now.
Yeah, I love orange too, so I might be willing to give that a chance.
Yeah, and you know what? Everybody
Yep.
loves the orange. Everybody loves the
Yep.
orange. Everybody that has tried the orange, that is our #1 seller. And it kind of threw me off a little because here my mind, I'm like, oh, nobody's gonna want to get the orange, and everybody has.
Good.
Everybody has. So that's been very eye-opening for me that people
There you
like
go.
flavors.
There you go.
Yeah, so my final question is, and I know you don't have a lot of time left,
Oh no, it's fine.
but I was wondering, you see, I was on the Ben and Jay show in August,
Yep.
and I've been diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder. And my question is, what advice can you give to people with anxiety, autism, similar kind of symptoms? What advice can you give to those kinds
Like
of people?
that question, Alyssa.
That's a good question. Yeah.
That's a
Thank
very
you.
good question. You know what I do? I work a lot on doing techniques that you can pull out anywhere. Okay. So I work a lot on breathing techniques. I work a lot on grounding. You know, research has shown that if you take your shoes off and just stand outside in the yard for 10 to 15 minutes a day, just stand.
Yeah.
And you having the energy of the earth go into your body, that it really helps calm you and can regulate you. So grounding is one, breathing is another. I work on breathing techniques. I work on listening to music, like your favorite music, to calm you down. And I also work on affirmations. So when I start feeling anxious, I will put affirmation cards, and when my clients start feeling anxious, what we do is we put down cards that would calm them, like what statements either make them laugh or calm them down. And we put those cards, we hang them throughout the walls of their house or in their room or wherever they are, and they start reading those over and over and over again to help them. And so that's what I do with my clients, and that's what we do. We do a lot of, what is causing your anxiety, what thoughts go through your head, and how can we shift them. So I work a lot on shifting, reframing of thoughts. So those are the things that I could give you. Also, too, just even doing things like this, when you're feeling anxious, like do this like over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Those simple things like that, it helps you. It gets your mind off your anxiety and what you're anxious about, because you're focusing on, okay, I need to like do this, like, am I going to mess up? Like, so anything to take your mind off your anxiety, and breathing helps a lot. If you can get like breathe in, what I do is breathe in 4 times, hold it 7 times, and then breathe out 8. And if you can continue to do that for at least 1 to 2 minutes, it does calm you down.
That's cool. I remember this from
Yeah.
the film too.
So I hope that helps, Alyssa.
Yeah, and thank you so much for squeezing me in, guys. I know you don't have a lot of time left, but I was just eager to ask those
My
questions.
pleasure, Alyssa. I hope to
It's
use
no
some of those
problem.
techniques, Alyssa. That's what I would recommend to my clients. And that's what I
thank you.
do with my clients. I do a lot of that with my clients. So.
Yeah, thank you.
Definitely.
You've been really helpful. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Amazing. Well,
Have a good night, guys.
Have a good night, Alyssa. It's a Friday night. You got to celebrate your fun Friday. Don't be anxious. Go look
there you go.
at holiday lights and holiday music and have
There
fun.
you go.
Oh, we actually did look at holiday lights the other week.
See?
Yeah, that's
There
what
you
you
go.
need to do.
Get in
That
the
brings
mood.
happiness into people's lives.
Exactly. Get in
Yeah,
the
me and
mood.
my mom both did. It was a lot of fun. So.
There you go.
Holiday lights bring happiness to people and
Exactly.
holiday
It
music.
really does.
Exactly. Thank
Kinda
you,
like
Alyssa, for your questions. We appreciate you. One of our like, I wouldn't even say she's a fan, she's family. She just been supportive since day one. You know, met her through Ben, and she's just amazing. She sent me an elf, me and my son the elf, and it's been elf snatch. Ben got one too.
There he is.
My elves are
I
quarantined. to
love
Detroit.
it.
So
I
yeah,
love
so it's amazing, and this is all because of Alyssa. You know, amazing.
Hey, Alyssa, my name's Annette.
There you
I
go.
live in
She needs
You
an
can see
elf.
my Christmas tree.
There you go.
Right there in that Christmas tree, Alyssa.
We got to
No
make that
pressure,
happen.
though, Alyssa. No pressure.
We got to make that
Yeah,
happen.
I'll ask my mom if she can make you one because she's been helping a lot with making the elves. So,
There you go.
yeah,
I
I'll
think-
ask her.
I think
I'll
Mom
let her
Dukes is
know.
going to look out. I think definitely Mom Dukes is going to send you some love.
And I'm gonna
look
send
out
you a
for that.
Christmas card as well too.
There you go.
Okay, I sent you my address, and by the way, you're welcome for the elves, guys. We put a lot of effort into them,
Yes, you did.
and we really we just wanted to show our love to you guys. Like,
Definitely.
we just-
appreciate it.
Oh, that's so great.
Appreciate
That's so
it.
great.
We appreciate it. Thank you, Alyssa. We appreciate
you guys have a good night.
it. You too.
Thank you.
You
Make
too,
sure you
Alyssa.
come on next week, Alyssa.
Definitely.
What's next week?
Oh, we'll find. I'll tell you, and I'll make an announcement later.
Okay, I'll be staying tuned. Thank you.
All right, now. So everybody, before we get into our final quotes, this is what we actually just speak our hearts out to the audience. We want to say, Doctor, once again, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Once again, the product, it speaks for itself. You know, we tried to give our awesome parents, our awesome families, many different alternatives to deal with autism itself. The first thing is that don't look at it as a negative. What you're dealing with is out of the box thinking when it comes to the world. So now you, as a person who is quote unquote normal, has to welcome themselves into that particular awesome individual's world. So sometimes you may need the assistance with that. And this is one product that I can definitely get behind, that I have gotten behind, that works for me. And it, like I said, it works for my entire family. It's an amazing product. So before we go into our last words, the opinions expressed on the Ben and Jay Show pertain to individual perspectives and do not necessarily represent the stance of Access Services and its affiliates. So Ben, I always let the man, the myth, the legend go first because he got the best quotes out there. And then, you know, my sorry quote, I go in afterwards. So Ben, you got it.
Just a real quick reminder, make sure you all tune in to social media right after this for a big announcement. All right. I will be on there in a few minutes. So right after we're done here, tune into the Ben and Jay Show. And I'm going to be live for a special announcement for next week. And then I just want to say having autism is not a bad thing, and it doesn't characterize who we are. Everyone is unique and special, just like a rainbow. I'd like to thank our doctor for coming in tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. I'd like to thank my co-host, Jamel Owens, Kaylee Tazar. Thanks for what you're doing. And let's be kind to each other this week, guys. And I love you all.
There you go. And my quote is, normally I just go off. But I got this amazing card with my potential health CBD products. And I think this embodies a lot, not only for myself, but also for my awesome friends and family, for those individuals that may come across this, that has nobody on the spectrum, never met anybody in the spectrum. But because of everything happening in 2020, you feel like you're defeated. So I'm going to read the 3 points that came along with my package that just instantly gave me life, gave me the support that I needed. Mental health is a really big issue right now. So the first point, you, and that's in bold, you can do anything, make anything, and dream anything because your potential is endless. Amazing. Second point, believe in yourself, your abilities, and your potential for greatness. Amazing. And the third point, only you hold the key to unlock your potential and infinite possibilities. As the great doctor has said on our show today, let's go. What are we waiting for?
Thank you.
Let's go. Let's get it. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so
Ben and
much.
Jay
So
show.
much fun.
Yo,
I
listen.
enjoyed it.
It's a pleasure. This is not the last time we're going to see of you, so we're going to be in
Okay.
touch.
You can have me on anytime. It'll be so much fun. We have a good time, boys.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Hey, we need to bring in 2021 together.
I'm down. Listen, I'm down. I'm down. We can make this happen. Listen,
Yes.
you're family now, so
Yes.
we're good.
Love
We're
it.
good.
Love it.
We're good. Thank you, everybody, for joining the Ben and Jay show. We are out of here. Enjoy your Friday.
And don't
Have
forget
fun.
to tune in the Instagram.
There
Jamel,
you
you gonna
go.
come on Instagram with me?
Tune in.
Tune
I'll
in.
tell y'all. All right, we're out of here.
Jamel.
Ben and Jay show.
Bye.
Peace.